Can you see it? It's like right here. Right there and all under here. Oh. YouTube, how is it going, guys? I'm so excited to be here making this video for you guys. And I wanted to talk with you a little bit about some changes that your body is gonna go through when you're breastfeeding. Boom. Okay, and by the title of this video, you can see that there have been some very interesting changes for me. So the first one that I wanted to talk with you about is the hormone oxytocin gets released into your body. This hormone is responsible for bonding with your baby. It is often referred to as the love drug, the love hormone. It makes you fall deeply, deeply in love with your baby. However, this hormone is also responsible for the letdown of your milk production. Okay. And it's also responsible for relaxation. So, man, I have had some times feeding Harrison where I just get so blissful and relaxed that I start to fall asleep, especially in the beginning when that oxytocin is super, super high. I can remember I had him on the boppy pillow and I would be nodding off, like totally not intentionally, be nodding off, falling asleep. And my husband, Brian, was like, dude, you gotta wake up, you're gonna drop the baby. But seriously, it feels like you are so relaxed that you could just fall asleep. Not to mention you're like super exhausted and running on fumes when you have a newborn. But this oxytocin stuff made me like so relaxed that I could fall asleep. And if you are a mama who has ever felt that before when you're nursing, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know that I am not the only one that had this happen to them. Okay, guys, so the second thing that I want to talk to you about is breastfeeding, and the hormones that went along with it caused me to grow a beard. I am not kidding you. I had a little bit of this going on when I was pregnant with Harrison, but right around like the corners of my chin, and I can feel one literally right here. I can feel one coming in. I can feel some down in here, but they are coarse, dark, like beard type hairs. It's not pretty. It's not cute, but my body is doing the right thing, I guess, that it needs to by producing all these hormones to make me produce milk for Harrison. Those hormones are doing a fantastic job of causing me to grow in this lovely 5 o'clock shadow as well. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, the third thing that I want to talk to you about that's often caused by hormones during breastfeeding is an uncomfortable letdown sensation. Now, not all women will get this, and some women will get it in varying degrees. So for me, my letdown sensation, and if you don't know what a letdown is, it's the process of the milk coming out of your breast and going to the baby. So it comes out of the milk glands through the nipple and into your baby's mouth. So it's those milk glands letting the milk down and going into where it needs to go, to your baby. So it can have a really uncomfortable feeling. For me, sometimes it feels like little pinpricks, or kind of like that feeling when your foot is asleep. It kind of feels like that for me. But some women have like a very intense, like when your foot is fully asleep, super prickly feeling in and around their breast. Some women get a lot of like super breast tenderness. Some women get like crampy muscle pain in their breast from letdown. And that is all caused by hormones that help you produce your milk. So that's not a fun symptom of breastfeeding, but it is something that happens. And y'all know I'm going to be totally real with you. Breastfeeding is amazing. I love bonding with my son, but there are lots of things about breastfeeding that are not cute and not pretty. The fourth thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that breastfeeding helps some women lose their weight, and it also helps some women like me weigh more than they did when they were pregnant. I'm not even kidding. And I'll give you a good example. So I had Harrison on September 22nd, so his birthday's tomorrow. How exciting. And my cousin Ashley had her daughter about 5 weeks later on November 2nd. And if you look at the two of us, she has lost more weight than she intended to. She is looking fabulous and fit and awesome. And I'm over here and not doing so awesome. She is literally eating whatever she wants and doing all of these, just doing all her mom things, right? And she, although I guess she is a lot more active than me. I work from home and she works as a waitress, so that might have something to do with it. But she has had a really easy time losing her baby weight, and she looks amazing. She's doing super awesome, and I have not. And so breastfeeding has really helped her to lose that baby weight. And for me, breastfeeding is actually helping my body to hold on to fat. So I've noticed that with my breast milk that I have a really high fat content, so maybe that has something to do with it. But it's totally a myth that every single woman who breastfeeds is going to lose their baby weight super easily. I wanted to put that out there because I've heard from so many women that one of the main reasons and factors that influences them to breastfeed is that they think they're going to lose all their baby weight. I totally thought I was too. I didn't breastfeed my first child, so I had no idea going into it. But just know that that is a myth and it's not true for every single person, and to not get down on yourself if you end up being someone like me who gains a bunch of weight post-pregnancy. So we're all doing what our bodies are telling us to do, but again, that is not a super fun symptom of breastfeeding. So the fifth thing that I wanted to talk with you guys about is being a little bit lopsided, man. And by a little bit, that's like the understatement of the century. For me, I've always been like a little bit lopsided with one boob bigger than the other one, and I think that's kind of like a normal thing for women. But now that I'm nursing, I kid you not, it is like two different women. Like I can turn one way in the mirror and have one size chest, and then turn the other way and have another size chest. It's crazy. I don't fit very well in bras, and the wires get really stretched out in the bras that I'm wearing, and it's just kind of a mess. But I mean, that's totally normal. My son really favors the right side. And so as we have continued in our breastfeeding journey, that side has gotten much bigger and much fuller and holds a lot more milk. And I've heard that that is normal for a lot of women, that one side will hold a ton more milk than the other. And if that's true for you, again, totally normal, but it can be kind of a shock at how big of a difference your boobs are. Like one is way bigger than the other one. It's really intense. Again, not caused necessarily by hormones, but can be caused by hormones as your body produces milk at different rates in each breast. And again, totally normal. And don't get down on yourself, but I gotta be real with you guys about breastfeeding. And then the sixth and last thing that I wanted to chat with you guys about as far as like hormonal and body changes with breastfeeding is the fire hose effect. Yeah, it's a thing. It's not necessarily a thing for everyone, but anytime I take my bra off, it sprays. My milk just kind of sprays everywhere. It's a weird deal. When I'm in the shower, I spray. When Harrison pulls off in the middle of a letdown, like when he releases my nipple in the middle of a feeding and decides that he doesn't like the force of my letdown, I'm spraying milk everywhere, and I literally cannot control it. It's kind of intense, and you might be surprised at how much milk you spray if that is a thing for you. So just know that that is a normal function of your body, and I mean, it's not a pretty thing, but know that you are making nourishment for your baby, and yeah, it's a surprise, and I mean, these things are all temporary, so hang in there. All right, you guys, so those are the fun facts that I have to share with you all about breastfeeding today. So don't think that you are the only person experiencing strange symptoms when everyone else is so blissfully feeding their newborn babies and breastfeeding and all of that. It's totally normal to have some weird things going on with your body. So please, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love to see that. And if you want more parenting, breastfeeding, infant, any kind of videos like that, I do planner videos. Please hit that red subscribe button below. I would love to have you with us. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.